I don't know if you want to go here right now, but I said in the last podcast, I think Freddy Anderson's played his last game as Toronto Maple Leaf. He's in the last year of his contract, $5 million a year, 31. Goalies usually tend to fall off if you're not Carey Price at 30.
Yeah.
He's heading onto the back nine. Has Freddy Andersen proved to you that you can win a cup with this guy?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Then I honestly think
I don't know if they can win a cup with any of these guys, to be honest, but like my feeling has just changed completely over the, hey, Matthews, Marner, Tavares.
But look
like
at Columbus. They let Bobrovsky walk, and they took a chance on these two kids. Now they have two goalies that I would take.
So who plays net if it's not Anderson then?
I have no idea.
Campbell? Or they go like they make a deal?
Are you comfortable in Jack Campbell? Have you seen enough in Jack Campbell?
I
like him.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. And then you start bringing up the kids and see what they can do. You give Wall some games and you give Ian Scott, because those are the two guys that I think they want in net eventually anyway. Whether or not it pans out or not, I don't know. I'd be fishing from church to try to get Elvis or Copacello, one of those two fucking kids, because
Jesus, they're good.
But I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do in net. It's a huge question mark. I have a feeling that they give him another shot. What could you get for Freddy Andersen right now? $5 million price tag. He could help a team get to the playoffs.
You might get a defenseman.
You could trade him and miss the playoffs. That could happen.
For sure. He's one of the best regular season goalies. He has faced more shots than anybody in the last 3 years. No goalies face more shots. He also plays a ton of games. Maybe instead of trading Freddie for this year, you do a real tandem of him and Campbell.
Oh, if he's back, he has to play less games, way less. Like Campbell's you got to see if Campbell can maybe start.
Because maybe that's the thing, but I don't know. Maybe Freddie needs a rest. If Campbell plays enough games and shows enough, maybe you're not afraid to go with Campbell in the playoffs, if need be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Look at Tortorella. He had no problem just switching goalies. Game 5, we're going to go to the other guy. Game 4, we're going to go to this guy. Like, the Leafs haven't had that in forever. It's Freddie or nothing.
And it seems like it's the teams with tandems now that are getting it done anyway. For the most part,
goalies are fresh. They're rested.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know what they're going to do with Freddie. I have a feeling that he will be back, but this will be it. Which means they're not going to get anything for him. Like, I think he will be back, and they're going to give him another chance to, like, look, Fred, you're a UFA. So write a different narrative for yourself and this team, or write a different narrative for yourself and this team this season, next season.
Get a contract.
Or you're like, this is your last season as a Leaf, which is unfortunate, but you can't keep going with a guy like 0-8 in clinching games in his last 8 times to try to do it, going back to when he was with the Ducks. That's fucking insane. You're telling me that's not affecting his fucking psyche?
Oh, he was thinking about it going into last night's game.
Dude.
Totally crossing his mind.
There's no way as a goal. I played fucking goalie. Like, it was like any little thing. Like, if you go into, like, if it just keeps happening and keeps happening, there's no way you're going into that game thinking, I got this. No problem. I got this. There's just, even if he's thinking that, in the back of his head, he's still thinking, I know what previously has happened here. It's just be impossible not to.
Yeah. Any position in any sport, or any sport that isn't, you're very isolated, it's very individual, it's a total mind game. Golf is the best example of that. Like, it's such a mind game. If you start to shank it, or if you start to lose your putts, it just totally eats you up. It's like pitchers in baseball. If they start to lose it, it's in their head. Goalies are the exact same. You're right. A forward can go out and just start banging people and kind of, put some aggression out, but it's all in your head in goaltending. And I think he goes into those elimination games, and in the back of his head, there's a little voice saying, you're going to lose. And he fucking does every time.
No, you're right. You're right. So I don't know. I don't think we've seen the end of Freddie Anderson. I think they'd go back to him, and I give him and depending
I
on
don't
what
know,
happens,
man.
you maybe you're right.
Maybe I'm
I
out
wouldn't.
to
I
lunch
wouldn't.
on this.
No,
I think they're gonna burn. I think they are gonna burn a lot of things to
I'm
the
not.
ground.
Look, if they make a deal and someone else is the starting goalie for the Leafs next year, I'm not opposed to it. And I'm a big Anderson fan, but I do
nothing
not.
I'm opposed to.
No, there's not. But I'm a big Anderson fan. I like the way he plays most of the time. I think he helps the team win a lot. He saves their asses a lot. But this shit is getting like ridiculous. And I'm not even pinning that loss on him. But it was another bad goal in an elimination game. I don't know. I think you might be right, and I'm not opposed to it if that's the case. If they come back with him and give it another shot, I'm not against that either. But it's got to happen next year, or that is it.
If you bolster the defense, that might help him. That might push him over the edge. Like you said, if he had Columbus's defense in front of him,
there you go.
He may have won that series 3 straight.
There you go. There you go.
We don't know. So
maybe
it's
not really fair to pin it on him. I don't think it's fair to pin it on him.
If you're going to fix the defense, maybe
try to help him for next season and then fucking see what's up.
Let Campbell play 35 games.
No reason why
minimum 35 games.
Agree.
I have no problem with Campbell playing 35 games.
So have we seen the end of Freddy Andersen? I don't think they re-signed Frederick Anderson. I don't believe they do. Whether Freddie plays next season or not, I'm not even convinced Fred's in net next year. But let's say he is. I don't believe he's probably in net after that, unless they go on a really serious run.
Yeah,
that's the only way I could see him. They have to go on a run. They have to go on a run, or he's not back.
You got to be careful about that. Even if they go on a run, he is getting older, and a lot of guys play amazing in their contract years.
That's true.
Just to sneak one out. But I'm with you. We'll see how it goes. I'm not convinced Freddie's going to be in net at the start of the year.